Hi everybody, I hope you are well. It feels like I need to talk about something that seems to sort of keep coming up in lots of conversation. There's quite a few things inside of this, and I'm going to say a few things. I should really have made some notes. I didn't make any notes, but it's like what's dated in our industry and what's dated in, well, you know what they say now is in the space, in the holistic space. What's dated? So what is dated? First of all, I find the consultation forms quite dated. Not that they're dated, that they're not valid. It's just that there's sort of we've developed and come quite a way with knowing about what's contraindicated and within the medical industry as well, the medical space, the medical profession, and what's complementary therapy and what's acceptable and what's still contraindicated. So there's that. And then there's sort of appearance, and people are asking about uniform, like, what should I wear for a uniform? And things like having your nails polished and your hair tied within an inch of your life. And I just think it's a really interesting conversation that I've had with students and practitioners that come in. They're not all students, they're practitioners, and some, very experienced practitioners. And then, so anyway, so let me sort of, now, like, I might forget which ones I'm talking about or what I've already said, but I think to begin with, what's dated is, I'll tell you what isn't dated, and we talk about this, and I've always talked about this, and I've always been meticulous with professionalism, ethics, code of conduct, confidentiality, health and hygiene and cleanliness, and having the perfect space and making a beautiful space, not as in like the holistic space, but as in your treatment room and how you present yourself and what your branding is. I think that's all really on point, and that we conduct ourselves with full professionalism and ethics. And one of the things that I suppose this comes into it as well is like, training like off-qual and like these qualifications that you do if you want to have QCF off-qual qualification. And they're brilliant and they have their place, but there's also space for intense training as well, very intensive training. I suppose that's what's kind of new and what's dated. But I'm very clear about, what I deliver when I do a short course. It's not a short course, it's an intensive course. I teach privately, so I'll only ever have 2 people here or 4 people at my other venue. And that's my Shar-Pei puppy in the background. But she's banned from in here because she's actually chewed my thermal topping plug on my massage table. Anyway, so yeah, that's a development of how people want to learn. I have such good feedback about how people learn in this space, and how many times I'm going to use the word space in different ways, and how they've really enjoyed that intensity and have my focus. And it's still all the same content that is delivered when I've taught for iTech over 17 weeks. So anyway, I suppose that's a sort of, a development. Let's call them development and what's dated. This is also like these conversations of how much we're charging and all of that. That's a very interesting conversation. I've talked about that. I've done another video about that. And then the contraindication conversation always comes up when I'm teaching everything, because some of it is relevant, some of it is, it's not irrelevant and it's not invalid. But I think the list of contraindications, I think it goes back maybe 40, 50 years now. And it hasn't really ever been upgraded by the industry, because a lot of the criteria and teachings, like the literature on the teachings in all complementary therapy books, state various things, like, for example, epilepsy, diabetes, high blood pressure. I think the pregnancy conversation, maybe that's for another video, but pregnancy conversation is really, we know about safeguarding ourselves because we wouldn't want to be part of any connection to a miscarriage in the first trimester, and so we safeguard. Let me just shut the door 1 second. This is a girl. 1 second. Let me see if she's. Are you here for the camera? Do you want to say hello? That's Peaches. I'm so sorry, Peaches, but I'm making a video. You're going to have to just wait for a second. 1 second. Oh, bless her. It's difficult. Anyway, so I think the other thing that I wanted to talk about was uniform. And again, you know, when you go to college, do you know what I had to wear when I went to college? I had to wear this white tunic that was like a dress, that I had to have white opaque tights and then white flat shoes. My hair had to be tied back off my neck. And this is also what brings me to this conversation, is that I had somebody say, you know, about my nails. And of all the thousands and thousands of people that watch me, it would only take one person to pull me up about it for me to go, in a very lovely way. In that it's very, sort of made me chuckle actually, because I think that's so dated. It's so dated that, you know, no nail varnish. I mean, like, what, we're going around with filthy nails? I don't think I'd have filthy nails unless I was in the garden, and then with or without polish, I'd be cleaning my hands and making sure my hands are really clean. I mean, you know, and the bacteria can get in the polish, and I mean, unless I am completely missing something here, that, you know, I think short, immaculately polished nails is perfectly acceptable. We're not doing surgery. We're not doing incisions, and we're not doing, I mean, you know, if you want to wear gloves, if you think you're going to be doing something with an incision, or it's, I mean, what are you thinking? What do you think we're doing? And that makes me laugh, because we're doing massage, and we're creating a beautiful space and holistic. So anyway, I don't think short, I've got very short, they're short and they're beautifully polished. And yeah, I mean, I think that's absolutely fine. I mean, if I had stiletto, what they called acrylics, or really long nails, and there was a space and a gap, and, you know, then perhaps so. I mean, you know, perhaps they would be something in the nail, but not with short, polished, immaculate nails. So I think that's really dated. End of story. Hair up, hair down. I mean, look, I wear my hair up because it's out my way. You know, I sort of, you know, I can sort of do a little flick here and put it up. It doesn't have to be tied like a bun or anything like that. And I know that's for examination purposes, and I really get that, and I respect that. I do respect that. I'm not making anybody wrong. Let's get that spot on, is that I'm not making anybody wrong here. I'm really not. I'm just sharing what I feel. I've been in this industry for 30 years. And receiving sort of in my 20s and even in my teens, I was, you know, aware of the, the holistic wellness space. And so, you know, I think it's a case of sort of moving on and what's dated. You know, to be wearing polyester, is it polyester? Polyester, black polyester tunics for massage. That, for me, is dated. Here's the thing, if you want to wear a tunic and you want to wear something like a uniform, I love wearing a bit of uniform. You can't really see what I'm wearing today, but I am wearing a sort of uniform, if you like. I'm wearing this beautiful bamboo. I hope this doesn't knock over. Let's see if I can just put it there. I'm wearing this beautiful bamboo crossover top, and then I've got like a sort of little skirt. Let me stand up here. I've got like a little skirt on, and I've got forest green leggings on, and I think that's a nice vibe. It's a professional vibe. If I'm doing massage, you can wear cap sleeves. I've actually got some really nice uniform I'm going to be showcasing soon for a friend who's a student practitioner here, and she's got this amazing collection. I just bought a few pieces. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's, you know, an investment, let's say, in your uniform, because it's not Primark. It's not Primark prices, but honestly, it is beautiful. And I shall do a separate video about that when I'm doing I'll do a fashion show. So anyway, the uniform, I mean, polyester trousers, wide leg, polyester tunics, dated. So dated. Please, ladies, do not wear them. If you want to wear a unique, wear natural cottons, wear bamboo, natural cottons. You want to be like so comfy as well and not scratchy. I get uniform, it looks amazing. You know, when I'm doing facials, reflexology, acupuncture, I wear something that looks, that's why I'll do this fashion show. It's actually quite uniformy, but it's made out of this beautiful material that I'm going to showcase soon. Watch this space. And then, so your uniform. And be comfy. I mean, obviously, we talk about uniform a lot. It's like, you want to have it so that you've got a look and a vibe. If you're doing home, home visits or from home, or you've got a room, renting a room or somewhere. What I don't like is, again, you know, when you go to hotels and spas and they've got these brown sort of oriental neck tunics with trousers, and it just looks painful. It looks painful. At least have them in natural cottons and natural fibres. You can get some really nice natural cotton and natural fibre uniforms. You can. Please do look out for them. But like I said, I can't wait to share this with you because it's a game changer. This is one of the tops I've got on now. It's all ruched here as well. You can't see the detail, but it's all beautiful, detailed and ruched. So flattering. That's all I'm going to wear for my work now. Unless I'm doing massage, I won't be wearing these when I'm teaching or doing massage, because these are for vests and these are for non-oily treatments. So the ones I've got for treatments are inexpensive. They look nice, but they're pretty disposable, because as soon as they look full of oil and shabby, I just, you know, on they go. So for massage, you know, for oily massage, for my hands-free teaching massage, I won't be wearing these, but it's still cotton. It's 100% cotton. It's a t-shirt, and it's a t-shirt dress, and it ties. It's beautiful. Anyway, whatever. Oh, no, that's not whatever. It's like that with leggings and t-shirt dresses, or if you're doing reflexology or facials where you're not going to get so much oil, invest in some beautiful uniform. So I think that the what to wear is, wear what you want to wear. This is if you have your own business. You know, if you're going to work for somebody else and they say to have a uniform, then you kind of have to go along with that. But this is if, you know, you're wearing what to wear now. But you don't have to buy polyester. I think that's all I'm saying, is you don't have to wear polyester, and you don't have to wear those very unflattering wide leg polyester trousers either. Even if you do want to wear, you know, a sort of, I like the look. I do like the look of a tunic with leggings. I love it. You know, when I was teaching at college, I wore a great tunic and leggings and Chelsea boots. You know, I love that look. I think it's a great look, but let's have it in nice materials, ladies. Let's go nice material. I think that's all I'm saying, is natural, cotton, breathable, lovely, natural materials. That's what I'm saying. What else is dated? Tattoos and piercings. Come on. I mean, tattoos and piercings. I'm a 55-year-old woman, and I've been doing massage, reflexology, aromatherapy, everything for 30 years now, and I have got tattoos and piercings. I've got my nose pierced. I've got 3 piercings here. I've got my whole back tattooed. I've got a tiny lovely thing here. I mean, come on. Have we moved with the times on that one? I hope so. It's more than acceptable. I'd say that, you know, there's probably what's like a tipping point where perhaps it's not appropriate. But who's to say what's appropriate and not appropriate? With, you know, say for example, there's a tattoo on the neck or on the hands. I mean, come on. I think that we're all right in the industry with that one. I absolutely hope so anyway. And I think that these are the things that, would deter somebody from booking in with you. I think that's my worry, is that people go, oh no, that's not very professional, that's not very clean, or I can't take you seriously. It's like, you know, this is this is new times. This is new earth. By the way, New Earth Arts, just saying, that's coming. New Earth Arts inside of Fine Tuning Treatments. It's my own practice. Fine Tuning Treatments is my business where we offer offerings of treatments, where I just tell my girls to, wear what you love, as long as it's sort of within our branding look, which is forest green and blacks. This is my branding. Forest green and blacks, it's smart, it's, it's easygoing. Any combination, you can wear white as well. Black or white and forest green. That's my branding. For my treatment room up at the retreat in the New Forest. My branding here is sort of like plum and foresty green, like lichen green, and dusky pinks and things like that. Anyway, you know my vibes. And again, I don't think that treatment rooms are ever now encouraged to be like clinical. I don't think they were ever sort of clinical. I don't think we ever got that bad, because we know we're not clinical, we are holistic. And it's whatever, holistic means mind, body and spirit. So, or soul, that's nothing really to do with a decoration, although, it's one that is comfortable for the body, peaceful for the mind, and elevating for our spirit. I've got a lot of crystals and a lot of stones in here. It's super comfy. I've got the fire on. Won't show my room because I've been doing a treatment for somebody, so it's not terrible, but it's just lush. My room is lush. You've seen images of my room before. Now I'm just thinking if there's anything else that's dated. Products. Let's talk about that. Gosh, this is going on for quite a long time. But anyway, grapeseed oil. Really? No. And can I just say as well, if you're watching at this point, brilliant. But I should have said this right at the beginning. I should probably put it in the comments. But this is all in my opinion. This is only my opinion. But it's my opinion from working, for years in London, for years overseas, for years, and not years like living overseas, but traveling overseas. And then all the way down here in Dorset, I've been here, keeping an eye on the industry and traveling. I do a lot of travel for industry, training and events and stuff like that. So, got my fingers in many pies here. And I think I do know what's dated and not dated. But anyway, what was I going to say then? Oh yeah, products. Well, first of all, products have really changed because, when I teach facial, I say, that when I was having facials, I think it was Clinique, it was Gino and Talgo. That's all you could have. And Clarins, I suppose, Clarins facials. And maybe Elemis, I think, has been around as long as I have doing this. But they were really the only houses, and they were considered, I like Talgo actually, Talgo's lovely. And then Dermalogica came along. But goodness me now, I mean, it's incredible, isn't it? What an absolutely fantastically abundant space for green beauty and aestheticians and everybody that's doing amazing work in this space, in this wellness space. No, I really have said it a lot. And then products, grapeseed oil. I hate grapeseed oil. I find it quite greasy. And I think people are indoctrinated into the notion that there's no allergies that can be presented. You're never going to cause an allergy if you use grapeseed oil. I think people give that. And I understand safety guidelines and what oils to use that will be safe and vegan. And I'm in that space. I know exactly what's going on. And you don't need to be using grapeseed. Also, it's green and it stains and it's claggy. And I just find the slip really, here's the honest thing. Maybe old grapeseed and new grapeseed, and there's a new grapeseed that isn't claggy and greasy and green and stainy and cheap and nasty, in my opinion. I don't use almond oil anymore. I used to. That's what was on the market. I tend to use apricot kernel oil. I tend to use most of all, sometimes coconut oil, the solid and the fractionated coconut oil. I use those both. Happy to put a bit of argan oil and a bit of avocado oil, mix it up a bit, make it, but really, I tell you what, and blend my aromatherapy. Love doing that. But I tell you what I am doing at the moment is I'm blending waxes and trying lots of different waxes, Songbird of course, and then looking at the Highland waxes, Scottish Highland waxes, and blending them with apricot kernel oil to make a liquid wax. I just love that combination. It feels really, really luxurious on the skin and it absorbs and it's beautiful. So that's really interesting. And there's so many interesting products on the market now for massage, pre-blended. Oh my goodness, here's another massive story. I mean, gosh, I'm 20 minutes. I don't know if I make a separate video about this, but briefly touching on dated. And I am quite sincerely, what's the word? What am I thinking of? It's basically about like the aromatherapy police and the reflexology police and all the polices out there that are policing us, saying you can't do this and you can't do that. Now, what I was going to say with aromatherapy is I am very, very much of the standard and in the agreement that to be recommending, offering, using, blending, recommending, sharing aromatherapy blends, it's really advisable and within integrity that you are an aromatherapist, level 3 aromatherapist, of which I teach, as you know. I think that the conversation of aromatherapy and essential oils, you know, people are in doTERRA, people are in Young Living and have the knowledge and the experience to and the information to share about oils and tell people this is a good oil for that, this is great for this and that. I'm not the aromatherapy police about what's what, but I think that if you are sharing, talking, recommending, certainly when it comes to ingestion, you should really know what you're talking about. For me, that is not dated. That's safety. That's safety and care and professionalism. Just saying about that, but I'm not the aromatherapy police. This is what I'm not the aromatherapy police on, is that if you want to go ahead and buy the amazing oil from Neal's Yard that's there, sort of orange and geranium, I think it's orange and geranium. It's a beautiful pre-blended oil and you want to use that in your practice. It's pricey, so dilute it. But mix it up with some apricot kernel oil. I think they use almond oil as their base, but you can mix it up with either an almond oil or an apricot kernel oil. I think that it's absolutely fine to use pre-blended oils, and the same the waxes. Some of them have already essential oils in them. I do believe I'm not part of that aromatherapy police, that I think that is okay. That's okay. It's not, you know, unless someone's got very, very high blood pressure, in which case you should know that you really shouldn't be putting rosemary into a blend or on a body, on a person who has high blood pressure. And there are others, you know, but so if you are going to, here's the thing, if you're going to use pre-blended aromatherapy, massage, balms and oils, is maybe look at what the ingredients are and then check out if there are any contraindications. You can look that in any book, you can look it up online, contraindications to geranium, orange, bergamot. It's good to know about phototoxicity as well. So there are contraindications when using aromatherapy that's really interesting. I think this is another conversation, isn't it? I think I'll have this as a separate conversation when I've got time. I've got a little moment before my lot all come home. I just wanted to talk about what's dated and what's not dated. Because I hear things all the time and I'm just like, oh, that's so dated. And it is my opinion. It is of my opinion. So please, I hope this, maybe I should put trigger warning on this so that people don't come here and feel triggered going, you should not be wearing polish, you should have your hair tied up and you should wear polyester. You know, I'm just here to sort of, you know, disturb that a little bit and also know that I've been working this industry long enough that my standards are so high, my professionalism is so on point. I run, you know, 2 very, very busy, successful businesses on you know, all the professionalism, ethics, code of conduct that you could wish for within the complementary therapy space and teaching space and everything. I'm licensed, I'm insured, I'm qualified. I make sure that I teach and deliver with absolute integrity. And with all my love and heart, but I do know what's dated and I do know what's current. And yeah, follow along with me, and hope you like my journeys as well. Little bits like as well is even within the training, you know, courses. It's tricky, isn't it? This one. This is maybe yeah. No, I'll talk about this now if you've got time. Just very quickly is, you know, somebody said to me, actually, it was a woman I was teaching in Canada. And she wasn't allowed to use gua sha because she has to be licensed as, you know, and it's the same here, you know, that you know, you need to be qualified to, and this is something that's really interesting. You have to be qualified in such and such an art, such and such a modality to be able to deliver it. Now, I agree. I run a training school right here, and I agree to a degree that if you are going to share, publicize, advertise yourself that you're going to do gua sha therapy, then you do have to have a qualification and you do have to have insurance on it. You do. That goes for crystal therapy, gua sha, bamboo, hot stone. Is that if you're going to advertise that you are delivering that as a modality, or that as an offering, and charging for it and saying that you're doing that, you have to have a qualification and you have to be insured for it. I would say so, 100%. Now, if you are doing a level 3 qualification in reflexology with me, or even to a degree my massage, because in my massage level 3 I use a lot of hands-free techniques. And in my in my reflexology, we use tools, we use gua sha, we use mushrooms in pregnancy massage. We're using cold stones. We're using these crystals. You don't have to be a crystal healer or a crystal therapy practitioner to use a couple of lovely. These are fluorite mushrooms. These are gorgeous. Fluoride in mushrooms in your facial or in your reflexology or in your... So you can say, what you can say is incorporating fluorite mushrooms into my facial, we reduce inflammation or puffiness around the eyes or drain lymph. In my reflexology, we use gua sha techniques to go a little deeper and to work a little finely on, you know, you can get some really like fine detail to go deeper and to work with the crystals. You know, in my reflexology, I use a stick. You know, we're using rosewood stick techniques, if you like. But what you can't say is, I'm a crystal healer and reflexologist now. No, you can't do that. You have to have, if you're saying you are a crystal therapy practitioner, a crystal healer, whatever terminology you want to use, you have to have that qualification and you have to have insurance to say that that is what you're doing. But you can say, I'm incorporating using golden calcite in my facials or in my reflexology or in my Thai foot. I'm incorporating some white jade gua sha in my reflexology to go deeper. So I hope that's clear. Now that might be current or dated, I'm not sure, but I think it's really a good subject to cover, because that's also what people have seen to. I like to incorporate different modalities. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what's current and dated, is that we can incorporate and blend. Oh my God, I've got another subject that I need to talk about, and that is like blending your treatments. I might actually stop and do just a quickie separate one while I'm here talking about blending treatments. And yeah, is that current or dated? I suppose it is. You know, creating packages and blending treatments. I don't think when I started, I don't think people were blending their treatments together and working with different modalities. We can call that signature treatments as well. And yeah, I love to create signature treatments for people. I think it's just super fun. Okay. Now, I think that's it. I'm just going to write down a few topics that I would like to talk about. I think blending treatments is another one. The other one, here's another one here is, I'm going to talk about that now. I'm going to talk about it. Listen, I love you for watching. That's half an hour of your precious time. Thank you for watching me. And I really hope this has been an interesting conversation for you. And yeah, I really hope that hope it hasn't triggered you. It's not meant to. It really is my opinion. Hope it hasn't triggered you, and I hope it gives you a bit of freedom from what's dated and what's current. And have a look through your consultation forms and your contraindications list, and just from your inner knowing. If in doubt, it's a no. That's the bottom line. If in doubt, it is a no. It's a no. And if in doubt, ask them. Ask them. Are you okay? On paper, I'm just like, I look totally contraindicated. I always talk about this as well with people who are here. It's like, on paper, if somebody saw me, they'd go mad. They'd be like, no way. And then in I come, kidney transplant, menopause, age 55, bloating, tired, workaholic. They'd be like, oh my God, who's that? And then I come in. Anyway, look, I could talk for hours. I could actually talk for hours. Maybe I should just continue talking. It's just a long one. But I'd like to do a video, because I was going to also share about how to do a back scrub, because we're talking about like add-ons and things to bring in that makes your treatment special and lovely. And I think I was just wondering a bit in line with using different products and what you can use in your treatments. It's like what you can do. And I thought, it'd be great for people to be able to do, therapists to be able to do a back scrub as an add-on, as part of their massage. I think, do you need a qualification to do a back scrub? And for me, it's like, well, you're not gonna cut anybody. And it's really about, I suppose, the products, and if anybody had a reaction to the products. But it's the same if anybody had a reaction to your oil. That's what I think. It's just that it's got a grain in it. So, it's a tricky one. So maybe I should just do a poll and ask, or ask around and see what people think, or maybe talk to my insurance company. I don't think that they would probably know anyway. They're an insurance company. They're not therapists. Oh my goodness, I love to talk. I love to talk with you about it all. And I hope you like to listen and enjoy this conversation, because it's interesting for us therapists, isn't it, with all of this? Oops. So I'm going to leave it there. But I am going to talk about blending treatments and introducing different things. So wait there. I'm going to do it right now. But I am going to say thank you for your time, and just lovely to see you. And thank you. I can't see you, but lovely for you to see me and enjoy my content. That really does mean a lot to me. I hope it's okay. And so much love. Talk to you soon. Bye.